Hi, and welcome to Surf Xtreme in Elk Grove, California. Before we get started, let's go over a few things so we can make sure that everyone has a great time riding today. Make sure you have removed all your jewelry. They can come off on the ride, and once they're lost, there's no getting them back. Ladies, if you're wearing a two-piece, your top will come off on the ride. That's why we require you to wear a shirt. If the lifeguard blows his whistle and taps his wrist, that means your ride time is up, so please exit the ride quickly. The easiest way to do this is to roll off the board onto your back. If you're standing, fall backwards onto your butt or onto your back. If you fall, falling to your back and letting the wave carry you all the way up is the safest way to do it. Don't try to catch yourself. When you get to the top, make sure you've come to a complete stop before you try to stand up. The surface of the ride is like a trampoline, so don't be afraid to fall. While standing in line, please keep your boards off the ground. You can hold the board in the air or rest it on your toes. Only one person on the ride at a time. Doubling up is dangerous. While standing in line, stay out of the lower trough area. This is a dangerous place to stand. A rider might slide into you, or a board being returned from the top might hit you. Now, let's ride. The ride attendant is there to help you if you'd like, so don't be shy, just ask. They'll be happy to hold your board steady and give you any tips. If this is your first time, we suggest you start off using a bodyboard, even if stand-up riding is what you want to do. That way, you get a feel for the way the wave works and what it's like to crash. To ride the bodyboard, set the board on the blue mat with the top of the board out of the water and the back of the board in the water just a little bit. Kneel down on the board from the side. Now slide down to your belly, resting your legs in the water till your thighs are off the board. Keep your elbows on the board at all times. Your head should be at the same level as your hands. If the instructor is gesturing with their hand in a pushing movement, they are telling you to slide back on the board more. If the instructor is gesturing to come towards them, then they are telling you to move up on the board. Lay the tops of your feet flat on the water. Don't dig in your toes. With your elbows on the board and your head and chest up, just rock back until the water pulls you in. To steer, just put pressure on the elbow in the direction you want to go and pull up lightly on the board with the other hand. Keep your feet in the water to act as a rudder. If you find your face planting into the water, then you're too far forward on the board. If you are shooting straight to the top, then you are too far back on the board. Do you think you're ready to stand up now? Decide which foot you want to put on the front of the board. If you don't know, ask the instructor and they can do a simple test to see which foot is your more dominant. Most riders prefer their dominant foot in the front. Place your front foot on the board first, about center of the board. Do not put your back foot on first. Once you have your front foot centered, place your back foot to the far back of the board. Now bend your knees so they are over your toes. Shift your weight to your back foot. When your weight is properly shifted to the back, the board will slide off nice and easy. Don't hop or scoot to try to get the board to slide into the water. If you find yourself doing this, then your weight is not properly distributed. While riding, keep your knees bent and relax. Let the ride bring you forward and back. Once you have this mastered, then you can start learning how to carve. Using a rope will greatly increase your learning curve. The key to the rope is to resist. Don't get pulled forward. When you get comfortable, just drop the rope. So go on, get out there, and remember, have fun.
Lift me up because I am feeling sad.
The ride surface is like a trampoline, so don't be afraid to fall. The surface of the ride is like a trampoline, so don't be afraid to fall.
Good. Expectations, this love is no exception. I can't let you in.